Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So now we're on lesson 17. So we're learning how to connect again to a sukoon. So now so far we've learned how to connect to a waw sakin and a ya sakin. So we learned how a fatha joins a waw sakin, which was aw. Then we learned how a dhamma connects to a waw sakin, which was oo. And then we learned connecting to a ya sakin. So we learned with a fatha and with a kasra. So it was a with a kasra, and it was it was a with a fatha, and then it was e with a kasra. So far we've learned how to connect to a waw sakin and a ya sakin. So now we're going to learn how to connect to all sorts of letters. So now if you look over here, first box. So again, the first letter is a. So now you're connecting to a n sound. So it's not a na, so it doesn't have a fatha. It's not a ni, doesn't have a kasra, and it's not a nu, doesn't have a dhamma either. So it's just a n sound without a, e, or an o. So the way you read it is an. Yeah. So the a will connect to the n sound. An. Now here again. So the first letter is an e, which will join to a the sound. So it's not a the, it's not a the, or it's not a tho. It's ith. Yeah. So e will join to the sound. Ith. And then it's an alif with a fatha joined to a mim, so it's alif kasra joining to a nun, so it's in. So first you always have to look at the first letter. So how would you recite? How would you read the first letter? Would it be so you have to look at the first letter first, and then you see how to join it to the next letter. So here's a ba with a fatha. So obviously I know would be a ba sound, isn't it? Then this is a lam with a sukoon. So then I will join the ba to the l sound. So it will be bal. So again, an, ith, in, bal, and then it's a tu joining to a ba, tub. Then it's a khu with a dhamma, kha with a dhamma, so khu joined to a dhal, so it'd be khudh. And then it's a dal joining to an ain, so it'd be da'. Okay, so now pause the video and practice this line. It shouldn't be too difficult. And then once you're ready, go to the next line. Now here on this line, it's a dhal with a dhamma, so it's dhu, and then it's a qaf with a sakin, so the two will join. So it will be dhuq. So dhal will join to the qaf, it will be dhuq. Dhal will join to the ra, dhar. The dhal will join to the ra, dhar. And then the nun over here. So this is a nun with a dot on top, has a kasra at the bottom. So it'll be ni, and then the ya will stretch it. Ya sakin will stretch it. So it'll be ni. So if you remember, you should have recognized it straight away, by the way, because we've just learned this on this page. If you look on this page over here on the right, we just learned how to say ni. Okay, so then you join the two together. Dhar ni, dhar ni. Now this is a za, which will join to the dal. So it's zid. Then again, the ni over here, same as this one, same as what we read over here. Zidni. Then it's a sin with a fatha, sa, which will join to the lam, sal. Now here you have to break this up. So that's easy, sal. So the first letter here doesn't join to the next letter because it doesn't have a sakin, sukoon. So the fa will be by itself, fa. Now the sod will join to the ra. So this is a ra, by the way. It's written a bit funny, but it's a ra. So the ra has a sukoon, so the sod will join to the ra. Sur. Fasur. So now this letter is an ain with a fatha, so a, which will join to the nun, an. And here the ain will join to the dal, id. Okay, so now pause the video and practice this line as well. And move on to the next line when you're ready. Okay, now first letter is a waw with a fatha, so it'll be wa. But the second letter doesn't have a sukoon, so it won't join to it. So this, you'll read it separately first. So it's wa. Then this ain will join to the dha because the dha has a sukoon. Idh. Wa'idh. So qaf will join to the dal. Qad. And make sure, try to say the qa properly. Don't say ka. Say qa. And it's full mouth, so it's very heavy. Qad. Qad. It's not kad, it's qad. Then the qaf will join to the lam. Qul. Then the qaf will join to the mim. This is a mim, by the way. Qum. And this kaf, the small kaf, will join to the mim. Kam. The first letter over here is a lam with a fatha, and doesn't join to the next letter because the next letter does not have a sukoon, it has a dhamma. So it's la, and then the kaf will join to the mim. Kum, lakum. Then the kaf will join to the nun, kun. Then the kaf over here, so this is a kaf again, will join to the lam, sakin, kul. Okay, so now pause the video and practice this line as well. Read it at least 3 times, and then once you're ready, go to the next line. Okay, so now that's the next line. This is a lam, which will join to the mim, lam. Then here's a lam, which will join to the nun, lan. A mim will join to the nun, man. Now this mim will join to the nun, min. Okay, so you always have to be very careful how to read the first letter. So this mim had a fatha, so already has a ma. Now this mim had a kasra, so already has a mi. See, both the letters, it's a mim and a nun here, and it's a mim and a nun here. But because the vowel on the first letter were different, that's why I read them differently. This was man, and this was min. So you have to be very careful of that. So ha, which will join to the ba, hab. And here the fa will be by itself, because the letter after it doesn't have a sukoon. So the fa will be read by itself. Fa. Then this is a ha, which will join to the lam. Hal. Fahal. And then next, this is a lam, which will be by itself. La. Then a ha will join to the mim. Hum. Lahum. Okay, so now that's the lesson 17 done. So this was the easy part. They're just getting you to understand how the joining letters work. So now keep on practicing this, make sure it's perfect, then you're ready to go to the actual exercise, which is over here. Okay, so now let's start. We'll do the first 2 lines in this video. So the alif will join to the dal, and the alif has a kasra, so it'll be id. And then the fa will join to the ain as a fatha, so it'll be fa', id, fa', id, fa'. Now again, the first next box. Now the alif has a kasra, which will join to the dal, so it's if. Then the ha will join to this ha over here, will join to the ba, hab, idhab. Alif will join to the nun, an. Then a za will join to the lam, zil, anzil. Alif will join to the mim, am. Then the ha will join to the lam, hil, amhil. The alif will join to the lam, al. Then the qaf will join to the ta, qat, al-qat. Okay, so now, and make sure you say the qaf properly, by the way. So al-kat, it's al-qat. So now pause the video and practice this line at least 3 times. Okay, and next line. So the alif will join to the ta, at. Then this mim will join to this mim. It's mim. So at, mim, at, mim. This alif will join to the mim, am. Then the sin will join to the kaf, sik, sick. This alif will join to the sod, is. And try to read the sod. So it's not a sin. So don't read it like is. So this the sin is very light, and it's an empty mouth letter. So if it was a sin, you'd read it as is. But because it's a sod, it has to be a lot heavier. Is. So I as normal, then a s. Is. Then the ba will join to the ra, bir, is, bir. Alif will join to the ra, ur. Then the kaf will join to the dad, urkud. This alif will join to the ha, ah. The sin will join to the nun, sin, sin. Okay, so that's the first 2 lines done. So I want you to pause the video. Actually, we're going to stop there. So then we'll carry on with the next 3 lines in the next video. So make sure you practice it properly, so then you're ready to go into the next few lines.